are back after a 2-week hiatus. We'll explain all. Okay, everyone's gonna explain what's going on. Yeah, sorry, it's been a little bit. Okay, we missed it. Off the IR. Manny is now in the, I guess the column of COVID survivor, and I am in the food poisoning, stomach bug survivor. We both missed New Year's Eve. We were laid up. It was terrible. Unbelievable. But Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Welcome into the All Day Everyday Show.
Celebrate Christmas, bro.
Did you really?
I was on my bed.
Is that when you had
That's when I got it. That was day one. Christmas was day one. I couldn't even. I had to chalk that shit, bro.
I was getting over a cold then. It was not COVID, though. If you're watching this episode in 2024, the new episode of the new year, make sure to drop a like, a comment, and subscribe on our YouTube and our Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Loyal audio listeners, make sure to drop those ratings down below. They help us out a long, long way. We got a lot of fun things to talk about today. It has been a wild 2 weeks. We've been out on clips, out on this and that, but we are back. And I was scrolling through some pictures or some snap memories came up, and it was when I was editing the first episode of 2023. Can't believe we're now recording the first episode of 2024. I think that's pretty cool too. And eventually with new 2024 already in January, that means we're getting closer and closer to 2024 Tea Party and more GoPro and more action. So fun year ahead for this show.
I'm working on my golf game. My shit probably.
We got to get into the simulators or something. I don't
want to touch a pitching wedge right now.
I don't want to touch anything right now. All right, we got so many things to talk about today. College football playoff, NFL Week 18, big incentive week for these players, the playoff picture, some fun things to cover with Tua and the helmet cam. We know a lot of you guys saw that on Twitter or X. Like, do people call that now? I've been watching.
No, bro. Don't call that shit X. Bro.
Okay. I watched a lot of the Pat McAfee show, and like they say X all the time. Like, do I need to be
Because they goofy, bro. They some goofy motherfuckers, bro. Don't say no X.
David Tepper throwing a drink on some fans, which is now leading to a $300,000 fine. We'll get into that as well. A lot of miscellaneous stuff that I'm going to save for the end. Some Knicks and NBA stuff, and then some NHL stuff to close this whole shebang out as we are back in 2024. Let's kick things off with the college football playoff. Oh my goodness. Can we just say the committee got it right?
No.
Why?
No, we can't. Because it was good games. It was good games. And it was good matchups. And I agree. And I'm going to I'm jumping the gun on our conversation a little bit. But it's a little odd to me that FSU's doing all this crying. I ain't hear a word from Georgia motherfuckers. And when we was in Alabama, all I heard from motherfuckers at Sky Bar was how bad the Georgia fan base was, how much they hate Georgia, how much they can't stand Georgia fans. I actually want to clap it up, just a slow one, quick one, for the Georgia fans, because I ain't hear no bitching. And I think they could have made a strong case to being over Texas. But the committee, they did do a good job.
I mean, if you look at both of those games, both of them came down to the final play. Final play.
I stayed up all night for the second game.
Me too.
All night.
I mean, just in the Texas game, we're going to get to that one, but just in the very last play, the fact that Texas was able to get the ball back, I know we had the injury and that stopped the clock and this and that, but for them to come all the way down the field and then have a shot to win the game, you would have been thinking when Washington had the ball, run the clock out, you know you're going to get the 2 timeouts. Again, the injury timeout hurt, but it's basically over. The fact that they even made it a game, made there's multiple chances at the end zone, I was pretty shocked. I actually thought they were going to win it. There was a lot of people that I knew that had a lot of money on Washington. Dave Portnoy.
Of course. That was the only bet.
Portnoy
that was the bet of the day. Like, people, like the Alabama game, it was like, I think Alabama, if you bet on Michigan, you got some balls.
Yeah.
But like, it was like, I think Alabama, but this night game, I was like, I'm cool. If Michael Penix sell me, I'm cool with it. And I didn't even know he was on Free Hooley. I didn't even know he was on repping his hometown like that. I didn't even know he was on wearing purple silk do-rag, John in the road. I'm like, damn, my money's in good hands. So shout out Michael Penix. Even though he was definitely showcased why he's probably the most underrated QB prospect. I mean, he be dropping balls in the bucket. Romeo Odunze is a problem. I mean, they have 3 pro wide receivers, but Endell and Johnson's a problem too. His foot might be fucked up.
I doubt he plays.
His foot's been fucked up since like week 6, bro. So I got to watch out for that. But I won't get to this Bama game. I want to ask you this question about the final play. What did you think about that final play? Because I saw a lot of conversations about motherfuckers say it was a bad call, this, bad call, that. People was even doing like, they was trying to do their own film breakdowns. What did you think about that final play?
So when you look at it, it looks like it was a designed run just from
It was.
the play. I'm almost going to just go back to what everyone's talking about with Chase and the snap. And it was a low snap, and he had to like reach down low to get the snap, and he was already almost, momentum was taking him forward, so he just had to go at the line of scrimmage, and they knew it was coming. And you saw on the sideline reporters at the end of the game asking the Michigan defensive backs, and they're saying, what was the play? And we knew it was going to be a design run.
Right.
But if you look at it like from his view, you also have a streaking running back on the left side of the field, where if you just dump it off, it's a foot race to the end zone. Maybe he gets into the corner of the end zone.
Right, but that was like a dead design run, and he's just supposed to occupy the DB on the left side. And the problem I had with motherfuckers trying to criticize a play call, at first I'm questioning it too, because it's like, damn. Because there's two things I have as people that break down the play call. First of all, there's people that were like, it was a wide open lane. Bro, there's an overhanging corner.
What was wide open about it?
Playing off the edge. Playing in the biggest game of his life. And he's a damn good football player. He was going to at least try to tackle Jalen Milroe. If he held him up for a second. Like for Milroe to score there, he would have had to completely run through that tackle. So, I mean, all right. You made a good point about that snap, and that motherfucker is in the portal.
Yeah.
He did.
He's gone.
He did, bro. Like, do you think it had anything to do with it? Because, the whole game I was looking at Twitter and he was fucking up, bro. Like, do you think that had anything to do with it? Because my fault. Kurt Hershey was blowing my shit. Because when he was trying to say, "Oh, that was on Milroe too," that was, come on, bro.
He said he got to handle that.
Come on, bro. I know bro's family watching and all that, but he is the center for Alabama. If he fuck up, he fuck up. When McCarthy do the pick on the first play of the game, y'all wasn't about to be like, "Oh, that wasn't J.J. McCarthy's fault." Y'all was gonna call J.J. McCarthy a dumbass, but.
So I was listening to Saban today on the Pat McAfee show, and he was explaining that there were similar issues and problems when they played Auburn in the Iron Bowl with all the clapping. And he was saying that Auburn players were clapping to get attention to other defensive backs and safeties for an audible or a different play or a player that was in motion, something like that. And that was throwing off the center because they're playing the whole claps. And that's when the snap's supposed to come out. So with it being so loud in the Rose Bowl, maybe, and at least what Saban was saying and what they were talking about on Pat's show today is maybe with the loudness there and the crowd and the claps, he wasn't confident enough. Maybe he heard a clap. He doesn't know if it's on 2 now. Was that 1? I know it's on 2. I'm so confused now. And then they have AQ Shipley on, 12-year NFL vet center, and he's like, it's like the yips in golf, was his quote. And it's like, if you don't have that confidence, then you don't know like where you're supposed to.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm like, all right, valid, but
also too,
you are a center on Alabama in the
you
Rose
still have
Bowl.
That defensive
line. Can't be having these problems.
Michigan was all over them from the jump, from the beginning. So it's like bad. Now I got to worry about how fast I can get this ball out. Am I on the right cadence? And as soon as I snap the ball, I got to make sure 5 of these guys don't get the 5th sack in the first 6 minutes of the damn game.
I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I'm gonna keep it 100. Michigan, like, quote unquote, dominated the game. This is gonna sound crazy. Michigan, quote unquote, dominated the game, but I literally think Alabama could have won by at least 10 if they wanted to. At least 10 if they wanted to. Like, shout out to Michigan for getting a dub, because this is what makes playoffs so great, right? Is Michigan, in my opinion, better than Alabama? Fuck no, hey. But this certain day, when Alabama, I don't think they had their best game, Michigan played a damn good game. I don't think Michigan played their best game either. But I think, like, their best game they could play. But I think this is the best game we see Michigan play all season in the context, maybe besides the Ohio State game, but in the context that is fucking Alabama on the Rose Bowl. So shout out to Michigan. They have a problem versus the Penix in the chip. I know where my money's going. I don't think Michigan can score with these boys. And I don't think they're going to be fucking up with Washington.
But you talk about another, Pac-12 defense who lets up a shitload of points.
Oh, yeah. Blake Corum going to have I might drive to Jersey, change my geolocation to take Blake Corum rushing yards. Like, he might do something.
Multiple touchdowns.
Yeah, like, he might do something crazy. But I got Washington.
And I mean, for
it's be the way better story. Oh, but they going to try to do this whole Jim Harbaugh suspension. Oh, my God.
So, well, you bring up the
And they
point
win
with
the national
Harbaugh.
championship.
Is he now solidified that he's leaving Michigan after this year? Is he going to go to the NFL now? Win or lose?
But like, why would
Because
he?
that's the conversation
But
now.
like, why would he do that? Like, why? I understand that's a conversation, but why? Look what he's done at Michigan, bro. They've been, for all intents and purposes, dominating the game, the series in the last 5 years. I think they've won 3 of the last 5. They've been in the college football playoff the last 2-3 years in a row. In the Natty. He's losing his best crop, which is like the JJ McCarthy, Blake Corum crop. Aiden was before that too, and that whole crop, which was a nasty recruiting crop. Shout out to Jim Harbaugh for that. But I don't think what he's built at Michigan, we haven't seen him this relevant in so long. He's so comfy cozy, bro. He could Joe Pa this thing out. Like, he don't got to go nowhere, bro.
Doesn't have to go anywhere.
He don't got, and like, he could put himself in a position where he could start getting that saving bag. Because the motherfuckers at Michigan got it. And they love that motherfucker. We did this for you, Jim. They love that motherfucker like that, bro. I understand the conversation, but if I'm him, I don't know if I'm leaving, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough now because
if he goes to the NFL, where's he gonna go? Carolina? Motherfucker, no. You gonna go Denver?
Chicago?
Hell no.
Because it was last year. It was Denver. Then that kind of fizzled out, and we just see more and more. We have the possibility of him leaving, and then teams fizzle out, and he fizzles out, and he's going to stay in Michigan. And then we really thought that when all these allegations came out that and his contract got stripped. Now, obviously, the extension is back, right. But when it was stripped, it was like, oh, wait a minute. Now he can just say, you know what? I'm done. But if you win here, isn't it? It's not that. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like it's time. I did everything I could, and now it's time to go join my brother back in the NFL.
Everybody trying to get into the league. I didn't even peep though. The two brothers could both win a chip this year. College Harbaugh, NFL Harbaugh. Somebody.
Did you see the side? I guess the sideline reporters after the game.
His dad is not like a real human being.
It's unbelievable.
No, he doesn't look real. He looks like the character in Smash Bros. You know what I'm talking about? He looks like that.
Waluigi?
No, the all black motherfucker that looks like a professor. I think his name is like the professor or some shit. In his head, big as shit on a skinny ass neck. That's what Papa Harbaugh look like. That motherfucker.
It looks like a spitting image.
Oh no, it does. It does. But he didn't look real to me. Like it looked like if you touched him, he would just like.
he's an industry plant.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was it was definitely a good win there for Michigan.
Papa Harbaugh.
Fun game to watch. Another like thing that kind of confused me. So I had, and maybe this is me being biased towards my bet, I had Alabama over 21.5 team total. And
you are sick as fuck.
Especially on that play. But also, you win the toss. It's not the question of why you didn't choose to get the ball first.
No, you don't choose to get the ball.
I understand that, but like, why don't we just, and even if we get held on 4th down, we kick the field goal, let's go trust our defense. And many people can say, well, the running game, Blake Corum just killed him and in 2 plays got in the end zone. And that's fine.
Game over.
But they were up there. When you're going to play a little bit more conservative if you're down or if you scored first. Maybe I'm saying that for my bad, because if you just get held on 4th and you kick the field goal, then I get it.
Yeah. The boys scored 20 points the whole game, bro. They scored 7 points in the second half.
It was 3 and out after 3 and out, and they weren't stretching the field.
Get one stop, bro. We had the best Alabama kicker of all time.
This was almost a perfectly played game outside of the third quarter. If they played if that third quarter doesn't happen and they come out in the first half, they come out in the second half like they did, they would have killed them.
By like 10 or 14, bro. But it sounds crazy because Michigan really dominated the game, but they really Bama could have won that by 14. Bro.
I mean, how about if you look towards the end of the game? The possible could have been a safety there to end the game on that punt. Special teams killed them. And you look at from the first series, the interception, it wasn't an interception, but you almost turned the ball over and then you punt it away. Then Bama gets the ball back. They punt it away. Muff punt. Like all the momentum was trying to get to Alabama's side, and it just did not work out because the defense, the sacks, the center issues. It was like we're talking about Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. It's second in a million. We can't even get positive plus yards on 1st down.
Nah.
So you got to just give some hats off. We had everybody talking all over social media where it's, Saban got out coached, and maybe he did. But there was a lot of miscues and negative plays on both sides. You can look at Alabama on offense and these miscues with the snaps and these negative plays on first down, and then you can throw the same shade on Michigan for special teams. Michigan should have had this game.
Shout out to the ESPN crew, too, for making adjustments. We ain't paying the J.J. McCarthy pop this year. No crazy.
Damn, bro.
No crazy allegations going on.
No crazy allegations.
We made some adjustments. We don't always got paying the people.
Yeah.
You know
That I remember that clip did pretty good of the...
we don't always got paying the
we're
people.
not going to say it again.
It
doesn't need to be
stated. Let people have their privacy and watch their kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, Texas and Washington. Michael Penix moves on. 37-31 in a nail-biter. Again, coming down to the final play. And Washington takes this one. Another undefeated team. 2 14-0 teams heading to the chip. This is was just a
we got
really fun game.
We got the BCS National Championship.
Yep.
This would have been the BCS National Championship with no committee.
Yep.
And like I said, 2 years in a row. Can we all agree, maybe besides 2015 when Ohio State went with Cardell Jones and Zeke and them, the games weren't as good, but that college football playoff was nice. This was probably the best college football playoff. Last year was probably the best college football playoff, and this one took the cake. We'll see what the chip game has to offer. But I personally think we are going to miss the 4-team playoff. I understand with all the opt-outs, like we were getting 20, 30, 40, 50 people in the FSU game opting out for New Year's Six Bowls. That's insane, and that's ruining the integrity of the New Year's Six. So the 12-team playoff will probably bring back the integrity of these Orange Bowls and the Peach Bowls and shit like that, and it'll be more fun to watch. I just think we're going to have the Liberties of the world in there, and we're going to have the UCFs of the world in there, and we're going to have the Cincy's of the world in there.
The Liberty.
Missouri's going to play somebody. Are they going to be able to score points? I just don't. I think that first weekend of the 12-team playoff might be a little unless we see some upsets. I have to see. What I do think would be cool, though, is that second weekend on, that from when it goes to 8 teams and all, I think that'll be cool. But I do honestly think when they make 30 for 30s and shit about the 14 playoffs, motherfuckers gonna be sitting back at our age at like 35, 40, like, damn, we ain't appreciate the 14. We was hating on the 14 because we was trying to get it changed. But the 14, think about how much they made these conference championship games big, these late season rivalry games, how big they, like, the Grave Digger's not that big. I mean, it's big, but it's not as big if it just puts them into a bigger New Year's Six Bowl, like, you know what I'm saying, or the SEC championship game. And instead, it puts them into the college football playoff for a chance to play for the national championship game. So I don't know. Shout out to the 14 college football playoff. I'm gonna respect it. I'm gonna miss you.
And you got for the chip game, you have Washington taking it.
Cover the spread or whatever it is. Money line, kid.
Really? So you're going with the underdog? I was all underdogs.
What's the spread? I don't even care what it is, bro. I don't even care what it is, bro. I'm taking Washington. Tripping, bro. How could I bet on Michigan with a straight face? I think if you're not from Michigan and you bet on Michigan, like, you just might be. You're either a really weird person or you're one of those. Oh my god, Penix money line. That shit that's probably like plus 180. You're either a really weird person or you're one of those bettors that's like super obsessive about hitting all your bets and not having any inkling of fun, which is cool.
But
it's cool for some people. That's cool.
I'm gonna say I was on.
Sometimes I have fun. I punch buttons like the UFC money, like the UFC joint I showed you. I had Josh Emmett money line in there. Like that was just me being like, I'm gonna bet on Josh Emmett. Like, yeah, fuck it.
I was on Bama.
I was about to get crashed out,
but I think right now, even though I want to see Penix win it, why can't we just say, you know what? Like, Harbaugh, go get it.
Taking Michigan.
I think I am. That defense really scared me.
You think they're going to cover a 4.5 point spread?
I don't give a fuck about covering 4.5. I'm talking about natty champions and JJ McCarthy.
Taking money line?
I'm just going to. The money lines, they're heavy. It's like plus 165 for Washington, and Michigan is minus 150, I think, minus 145. They're favorites. It's almost the same line as the Bama game, too. It's the same thing. So maybe we'll do a team total, though. Or, the over's 56.5. So I think we can get that if the teams like to score, and teams that play Washington score, and so does Washington. So I kind of like the over there, 56.5. Let's get to the
boys was underdogs versus Oregon twice.
Underdogs everywhere they play. Everywhere they play.
It's been the same line. It's literally been this line. 4.5 is going to get bet on 3.5. That's all I'm going to say. I'm taking the Penix is not going to lose by more than a field goal. I'm going to just stamp that. He might not win that motherfucker, but.
We'll go Michigan for me and Washington for Mukabelli.
Betting on J.J. McCarthy when Penix on the other side is crazy. Like, I would just feel bad. My quarterback can't throw the ball down past 25 yards, and then, like, Penix can just, I don't know. You might know ball, though. You feel me?
Before we get into NFL Week 18 player incentives, want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at Props.Cash. Thank you so much for the new gear. You guys have treated us so respectfully.
Real ones.
And just like real ones, man. Pete, you're the GOAT. Thanks for all the new gear. You guys keep sending us some great stuff. So just want to give you guys a shout out.
The app does work great too, by the way.
Yeah.
If y'all were wondering about a customer review, the app does work
A customer review right there for you. So props to that, guys. You guys are the best. We appreciate you guys, and we love you, Pete. Thank you guys so much. All right, NFL Week 18 player incentives. Just want to read a couple here. Thanks, Sal Vetri. Sorry if I'm botching that there, pal.
A lot of time in your hands, my guy.
I know. It's a lot of time, but...
It probably worked in 3.8 million impressions or views, whatever.
Yeah, 3.8 million impressions on this this big thread on Twitter. You are an absolute GOAT for doing that. Just want to touch on your first reply to this big one. The main tweet that he says here is, I don't know if you know this, but NFL players are fighting for key incentives this week, and you can take advantage in the betting markets. 13 player incentives you should know for Week 18. Only going to cover a couple here, but Odell Beckham Jr., he needs 185 yards for a $750,000 bonus, 5 catches for $250,000 bonus, and 2 touchdowns for a $500,000 bonus. He says that Odell has a lot to play for this weekend and consider his overs. I do like the 5 catches. We know Huntley's playing.
He's not playing, bro. I don't think he's playing for real. You want to see his tweet?
No, I didn't see his tweet.
I think he put some on social media. I think he said, "Don't bet my shit."
Really?
I look up Odell. I think he said, "Don't bet my shit." I don't think he playing, bro. He tweeted. Just hit the search, search Odell,
Just hit a search on Odell and see it.
I think he said don't bet me.
Odell has spoken. Don't bet on mine for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he playing.
Assume this means he's resting Week 18. But the reason why I'm saying that though is because let's remember with the Brady and Gronk stuff, both of them didn't need to play, but you want to get your money. So it's things where Odell, who doesn't want $250,000 just to catch the ball 5 times in Week 18? When even though the Steelers are playing for something, the Ravens don't. They don't really necessarily have to. But it's something to look towards.
They got that motherfucker unders listed?
Oh, if they listen.
He said, "Don't bet my shit." Yeah. All right, motherfucker, I'm going to bet the under.
Take it before they void it.
The fuck?
Another one, real quick, I want to mention here, too, is on DeAndre Hopkins. This is a game, they're playing the Jags. Jags win for the division. Hopkins is 49 yards. He needs 49 yards for $1 million and 7 catches for $250,000. Big things there. 49 yards, that's it. Whatever his overs are, we're going to take that. Yeah. I think 7 catches is a stretch.
Last one we could, but
we can get behind that one.
Because we ain't win shit in Tennessee. I'm going to need that bag. So we're going to need these catches.
And then here with the Seahawks, too. Again, in a big spot, too, for Geno Smith. If the Seahawks secure a playoff spot, he'll earn a $2 million bonus.
Oh, hell no.
That's big time there as well. So there's just plenty of guys here. You got Jordan Love with extra motivation this week. If the Packers win and make the playoffs, he'll earn a $500,000 bonus. Now that's literally the Packers win, they're in.
Y'all fooling. That's some bullshit. I know Jordan Love Asian looking at this stuff like, man, what the fuck? How y'all going to give Geno Smith a fucking
$2 million bonus?
10-year, decade veteran quarterback. He got DK Metcalf, Kenneth Walker, fucking JSN, fucking Tyler Lockett, fucking Pete Carroll, Jamal Adams, fucking Bobby Wagner. How does he get $2 million fucking dollars to make the playoffs? But Jordan Love, who the fuck I got? Aaron? That's it. I got Aaron. I got Christian Watson when he want to play.
I got Jayden Reed.
I got Christian Watson. Jayden Reed. I got Jayden Reed. That's a good shout. And I got Matt LaFleur. Y'all gonna give me $500K? Man, fuck y'all. I don't deserve me.
A lot of things that these people have to play for and these players that play for.
I'm just Asian going crazy right now.
But the bottom line is, in Week 18, when a lot of people are sitting out with just a small amount of research, there's money to be made in this player incentive Week 18. That's all it is.
Wait, so are they gonna avoid Odell though?
First of all, he might not even be listed to be begin with. That's the problem.
He might not even play. No, he's probably saying he might not even play.
Yeah, so he might not even be there. Speaking of a big Week 18, I personally have a big Week 18. My division future bet is on the line, plus 5,000. It's a 6-leg parlay. Here are the legs, and then we'll get into the outcomes that need to happen. The Detroit Lions to win the division, which they did for the first time since '93. Kansas City Chiefs, they won last week, so they win the division. That's another green check mark. The San Francisco 49ers, that's a green check mark. They win the division. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just have to beat the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Then we go to the Buffalo Bills at the night game. If they beat Miami, they get the green check mark, which most likely they should. Most likely. And finally, this is going to be the hardest one. We need the Saints to win the division to cash the whole thing, plus 5,000 to cash the entire thing. What needs to happen? The Saints have to beat Atlanta at home, and then they will need a Tampa Bay Buccaneer loss in Carolina. Now, that game was 21-18 the last time they played. Baker's dealing with that rib injury. Says he's going to be fine. It's going to be a sweat. But if somehow, in some way, we can get to the night game where the Bills win for this plus 5,000, I mean,
Wait,
come on.
You have a cash out right now?
I have a cash out now. It's up to I put a $100 bet on it. The cash out's up to 303 now.
Take that, bro. What the
330?
fuck? Bro, literally cash out and then bet Bills money line and Jags money line.
That's maybe a good idea. Fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Cash that shit out. Wait, nah. I'm not even trying to be that bull because I hate cashing out. I literally don't cash out. Like, I hate cashing out. I just think because aren't the Bucks playing for playoff contention too?
Yeah.
See, like I hate.
If Bucks win,
I
they
hate
get
to
it.
be that guy. I really hate. I hate being this guy right now because like you're on camera. Motherfuckers' perceptions of you is who you are on camera now. So now I'm the cash out guy.
No, you're not.
You know, but you're not
No,
the motherfucker watching.
You're the
that's
realistic.
That's
You're
just
realistic.
Me. He meet me for the first time. Now I'm the cash out guy.
You're the
Trust me,
realistic
bro.
guy.
Trust me, bro. This is your first time watching the show. I am not the cash out guy. I do think you should cash out that 300 and then take Bills and Jags money line so you can still ride the bet without having Carolina fuck you, bro.
Yeah, and here's the deal.
That would be so ass.
Here's the deal. If the Saints just won one more game,
Or you could do a little 250 on the parlay and then put $50 on the Carolina money line so you could like at least be like, you know what I'm saying? I could get maybe a little sweat out of this, maybe get 300 if they win or something. I just think they might fuck you, bro. But there's also, you had that $100 sitting there for 18 weeks, bro. It's been gone. You've been spending $100 on shit.
yeah, like that's kind of where I am.
We done bar tabbed that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like, why can't
And
we
also,
just,
people were like, I was showing the ticket to a bunch of people, and they were like, "Why would you throw $100 on that?" And I'm like,
shut the fuck up.
Like,
Shut the fuck up.
First of all,
why not throw 1,000 on it? Why not throw 1,000 on it?
and second of all,
fuck up.
it's a future bet. It's 18 weeks. Why don't you divide 18 by 100? It's like fucking $2 a week.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the actual math. That was 36.
that's true.
But you know what I mean? Like
That's
if we're gonna go there, I never thought of it like that. But if you want to think about it like that, then
Nah, you should have put more on that
Like,
motherfucker.
bro.
Yeah, like that.
if the Saints just won one more game, we wouldn't
It's a
even be in this
bet, bro.
situation. We would be cashing this entire thing. So
I mean,
it is what it is.
Derek-
But that's the sweat that we have.
Derek Carr, bro. I mean, we might be lucky we got this far with Derek Carr.
Yeah, well, and there's a huge playoff picture that we're getting into. It's just we already touched on the outcome there for the Saints. The Bucks, if they win, they're in. They don't need a loss. They're fine. Packers are still fighting. If the Dolphins lose, they can go as low as the 6th seed, and the Bills, with wins from other teams and a loss for the Bills, could potentially kick them out. There's so much that's going to happen for the picture here in 18, but if everything goes how it's relatively supposed to, then all these high favorited teams this week are going to get in.
I think this year is going to teach us more than any year in football history. Chill the fuck out until week 18 is done. Matter of fact, chill the fuck out until we get to February 4th.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about all the narratives about the seat. We were sitting here on this seat thinking we were some jolly, smart, sharp motherfuckers who being like, what are the odds for Miami versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
Facts.
Miami might not even make the fuck playoffs. Eagles look like the worst team in the fuck league. But the thing that's funny about the NFL, the Bills, we were pronouncing the Bills dead. We were talking about this Jags team, Duval. I mean, y'all limping. There was a point that CJ Stroud could take our conference. This year, we got taught me that we got to slow down sometimes. Even still, though, I think we got to slow down. Get to my birds.
Yeah, AJ Brown.
Had a very good interview. Very, very good PR move on his part. You could tell he's a smart motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he majored in journalism. But I do think this could, it made me feel better about the team because you think about it. I had it. So here's my cope. Here's how I coped with it at first, without even watching the AJ Brown interview. I'm like, if we looked at the gauntlet of the schedule and we went through this and we was like, yeah, at the end of this, coming out of this, we lost 4 times or 3 times, whatever it was. I would be sick, but I'd be like, okay, what would it be, like 11-5, 12-4? Yeah. Going to the playoffs? Yeah. oh, okay. Like, we probably suck, but like, we still where I think we should have been when the season started, if that makes sense. Maybe besides having the 1 seed solidified, we're right about where I think we should have been when the season started, if you get what I'm getting at. Especially after I came on this podcast after the Patriots game week 1. Because I almost might have to declare myself as the first motherfucker that had the red sirens going off in my head. I watched that first game and I said, But the way AJ talked in the interview, it sounded like they not tweaking at all. Nick Sirianni said something in the interview after a game, and we all take it for face value like he's telling the truth. And AJ Brown was in an interview and says he was just lying to have our back. So all the shit that we was tweaking about, we spent 30, 40 minutes arguing, or not really arguing, but going back and forth about talking about, is this the problem, this the problem? Was this somebody trying to get the blame away from the team? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I have a weird, strange feeling that I don't think we're going to go to the bowl or nothing like that. But that 49ers-Eagles matchup that we all been waiting for, I think it actually might happen again. I really do. Because look at how I mean, the Cowboys blowout hurt for sure. But just if you want to refresh, just go watch the game in the link. It was an amazing game, crazy game. We were the better team, clearly, in that game. And after that week, we were getting put in that pedestal, being the best team in the fucking league. So you can go back to the Bills game. Now the Bills are one of the better teams. When we beat the Bills that week, it was like, oh, well, the Bills ain't really shit. So now the Bills about to be the what? The 2 seed? So I don't know. And maybe there's not that much turmoil in the locker room as we think. So I don't know. Just this season taught me we got to slow down. Just slow down.
That's why Mailata even talking with the escape room and everything.
I mean, that's a little phony. I thought that was a little phony, but they had fun.
But in talking about, he was...
We was doing it. Me and my people did the escape rooms on a trip during COVID because we had nothing to do.
All like,
but if that got y'all right, if it gets y'all right, it gets y'all right.
That's the point that he was trying to make, was leadership. He's getting a bad rap.
If it gets y'all right, it gets y'all right.
But you mentioned the Bills and where they were. And I almost bring this simply back to where the future division bet was, where I need the Bills to win the division. After they lost that Eagles game, I'm like, oh God,
shit's over.
It's actually over.
That was supposed to be the game.
Because you lost in the heartbreaking game-winning field goal at home against Denver on Monday Night Football. Then you stay at home, and the Jets come to town, and you kick the doors off them. And then you get to the Eagles in a game that you had full control over, and you lost that one. And then you have to go to Kansas City the next week. I'm like, well, it's over. They find a way to win that game against Patrick Mahomes at Arrowhead. Then you come back home against Dallas, who at the time still is very, very hot. And you murder them at home. Murder them, 21 points. And then you somehow, then you get your hard games here, or the hard games are out of the way. Then you go Chargers and you go Patriots. But after the Eagles lost, you had to win out. And 2 of those games, of those last 4, were in Arrowhead and then against Dallas. And then the last game of the year is in Miami. So the fact that they're in this situation, we were talking after that Eagles game that they were out of the playoffs, and they're here. So good on the Bills.
You remember the show with Kenny when I was talking about the OC change in Buffalo? All right, as long as you remember, my guy.
As always, you remember.
As long as you remember.
As long as we remember.
Keep watching how that OC cook in the playoffs.
I'm telling you, this playoff picture is going to get crazier, and you said it best, though. Let's just hold off until week 18 is
Travis
over.
Kelce, but what I don't have to hold off on. Did Travis Kelce sell to Pfizer?
I mean, okay, so that's funny that you mentioned that, because all the Aaron Rodgers stuff on the Pat McAfee show, just kind of throwing slight digs at Kelce for doing that, Mr. Pfizer. Now we see the numbers come out.
What happened? How much he got paid?
They paid him $20 million.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he sold his soul.
So, like,
is T Swift a cover up? Is she like a?
I don't know, but like $20 million for that commercial.
Oh hell no!
Come
you
on,
about to see a late addition to the Epstein list?
Come on, bro. $20 million.
No, are we about to see a late? Are we about to see a late addition to the Epstein list? No. Because there's no way James Bradbury really held Cuz. Ain't no way James Bradbury really held Juju. So now I gotta ask Travis.
No.
Now I gotta ask Travis, bro. Is this somebody about to be on this list?
No.
Pat Mahomes really good at football all of a sudden. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna do that.
He said all of a sudden. That was crazy, though. And there's numbers come out, and now everyone's like, wait a minute. I guess we got to pump the brakes because $20 million is crazy.
$20 million.
Let's also remember he's making $14 million on the field this year. He just made $20 million on the commercial.
He had a $34 million year. He got T Swift. Shit.
The personal brand's going crazy. Podcast is going crazy. What a year for Travis Kelce.
Would you trade your soul for that?
For $20 million?
No, $34 million. Taylor Swift, the podcast booming.
I think I would.
Wow. Y'all hear this?
I think
you would sell your soul?
I mean, hey.
That Illuminati listening right now, they like, we gonna get one. We gonna get one in a couple years.
Nah,
they not gonna fuck with me, bro. I need my butthole, bro.
Commercial.
I don't know. We don't know what.
Even a commercial.
We don't know what Travis did though. We don't know what Travis did though, bro. You ain't been seeing this Cat Williams stuff and this P Diddy stuff.
Yeah.
You sell your soul, bro. You don't just sign a paper, bro. You gotta have some sex with somebody, bro. You gotta do some weird shit.
I'm saving myself.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do like you. Yeah, you gotta sign a paper, but then you gotta do something. Then you get the money, and then you get Taylor Swift, and then you get all the 250 million followers. But you can't. But you gotta be humiliated in some type of way. That's what they say. So that's why you're not playing well. That's what they say.
That's why I'm saying though. I don't know if he truly is like all for it.
No, I don't think so. I'm just fucking around.
But,
I don't think.
Well, I mean,
I think he just didn't know. I don't think he just knew better for what he was really promoting. I think he saw 20 million and he said, "Fuck, I'm gonna grab it," which I think is equally as dumb. But I think that's what he really did.
But now he can say, "I got 20 million." So
and I got Taylor Swift.
So I mean,
two things that me right now I cannot say.
And New Heights is going crazy. So I mean, who's winning here?
Right now, I don't want Taylor, but I do want 20 million.
Yeah, who's winning? All right, Front Office Sports, loving their stuff that they're tweeting here. We're going to highlight a couple things here. This is something just fun that I saw that we want to share here. Front Office Sports tweeted this. In 2017, Florida linebacker Jeremiah Moon met Jacob Long and gave him a pair of cleats. 6 years later, Moon plays for the Ravens, and Long is a U.S. Marine who was part of this past weekend's flyover crew in Baltimore. They share a picture there as well of both of them in Florida and then in the tunnel, I guess, at the Ravens game. That was really cool. You see Jacob in the gear there and in the uniform. That's just really cool stuff there for both of them. It's crazy that the connection is like that, and just to see not only the development from player to player, from Florida to Baltimore, but how Jacob's grown up here from a Florida fan and now U.S. Marine, part of the flyover crew. So really cool. Just wanted to mention that. Hats off to you both, fellas. Very nice stuff.
Front Office Sports, bro. Chill. Like, motherfuckers is reporting shit. That's supposed to be like a Super Bowl weekend story, like heartwarming. Motherfuckers breaking the press in like January.
They have it pinned to the tweet, pinned on the top of their Twitter now, so everybody can see. X.
You supposed to say that for the Super Bowl, Front Office?
Yeah, Media Week, right? Media Week.
That would be a nice little story. Nice little E60.
E60 story.
That was ruined because Front Office Sports wanted to make a tweet.
All right. Again with Front Office Sports. We are back with Front Office Sports. A lot of you guys seeing this week. Hard Knocks provided a look inside Tua's helmet cam and some crazy footage we got to see, and a lot of things going over social media of what he's actually seeing and what these quarterbacks see when they drop back to make a throw. I'm just amazed. What are these guys seeing? And maybe it's because he's on the shorter side, and everybody's been saying this when he was getting drafted. Oh, how's he going to see over the line of scrimmage? Those offensive linemen are so much bigger than him. Well, how he's able to get this vision and find these guys deep down the field is unbelievable. I love the helmet cam. We definitely need to see more of this, not only on Hard Knocks, but just in general. We, like us as fans, need to see this kind of stuff. But, you know, we brings us to our I guess, question of this topic here of the hardest positions in sports.
No bullshit. At least in football, because I mean,
or in football, I mean. Sorry.
Like, this is what like most people, because just from I played quarterback for multiple years, but at least at a serious enough position where you had to read the field 1 year, and dog, at the high school level, you had to do the littlest things, like 1 or 2 things pre-snap, and it's plenty of motherfuckers, me included, that were not that good at that shit. The amount of shit that they had to do at the NFL level at pre-snap. Because you look at through Tua's view, he can't see shit for real, bro. Everything he's diagnosing, like if I look on this side, if I go look left on this side of the field, I see this type of coverage. I already know on the right side of the field, Jalen Wild's gonna be open because they're in cover 2. Like that type of shit, and to be able to turn around on a dot, know his pressure coming from his left, so he has to get out fast and make a perfect throw. Like that's the shit that it's like, bro. Some of these guys aren't human. And also with the height shit, like you know, like why everybody talk about the height? Like he's 6 foot, what? look, motherfucker, like you literally can't, you're looking at white helmets. You're looking at white helmets in front of you when you try to make these throws. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, and I've been on the train of the corner's been the hardest position in football for the last couple of years, in my opinion. But I don't know. Quarterback's probably sitting there like, for real.
Yeah, quarterbacks are probably like, why is it not us?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like for real. That's what y'all doing now. Like, I think I'm gonna probably have to go. Oh, I was hurt. I'm gonna probably go quarterback, corner, and then I'm at a standstill right here because I have 3 positions that I'm fighting for, which is tackle, center, and middle linebacker. Tackle, I mean, you have a tackle might have to block Aiden Hutchinson. Then you might have to go block Chase Young. Then you might have to go block Micah Parsons. Then you might have to go block, you know what I'm saying? Week to week, Bosa, that could be, someone this year might have had to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Those guys are different. Then you have the Kelces of the world. Kelce pulls. Kelce calls the protection. Kelce calls the slide protect. Kelce makes the snaps. Kelce leads the tush push. You feel what I'm saying? Run checks, pass checks. It comes from the center, talking to the quarterback. Taking care of the ball every single play. And then you got the middle linebacker, which I think middle linebackers, if we talking about at least not, I think they're probably, I think it's top 3, top 5 hardest for sure, not even close. But I think middle linebacker is the most underappreciated position in football. People don't the smartest player on your defense, sometimes it's the safety. There's a lot of safeties that are the smartest player on defense, but most of the time it's the middle linebacker. Quarterback of the defense, more than likely is your linebacker. Motherfucking linebacker knows what every single D lineman is doing, knows what every single corner doing, knows what both safeties have to do, knows what the offense is doing, knows when the quarterback makes this check, what they checking into, and then he has to fill the gap and go tackle fucking, you know what I'm saying, DeAndre Swift coming downhill at full speed. So it's hard for me to decide. I'm gonna probably give a slight nod to the tackles, just because.
Hasn't this week especially though, just given a little bit more respect to centers as well, just from what we saw with Alabama and
that's what I'm saying, bro. You touch the ball every single play. Even that part of being a center is underrated because once we see that motherfucker be able to get the ball off the ground, I was like, oh shit, yeah.
I saw Stephen A. Smith on First Take on Tuesday going off on this point, saying, I have never on this show in all my years talked about a center. And I'm saying that respectfully. That's what he said. And
bro, we having a full conversation about center.
It's crazy. So I guess in that instance, we're just shining a little bit more light on the hardships of these positions.
It's a hard position.
Because everybody just looks, it's the offensive line. They're just blocking for the running back. They're just blocking for the quarterback.
It's a hard position.
That's the way you look at it. So I think at least from that Tua helmet cam, just shows a lot from the fan perspective and also just shows the POV from what they see behind the line of scrimmage, where we're seeing that sideline, press box-esque view, I guess you want to call it. But I will mention
to my safeties. You know what I'm saying? I'm a former safety. I know how hard your job is. But for real, I will mention all my specialists: punters, kickers, holders, long snappers. You guys are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't nobody want to punt, kick, or hold. You can ask anybody on the team. Motherfuckers I can kick.
How about the long snapper, damn it?
I said long snapper too. Okay. Motherfucker, don't nobody want to do none of them jobs. People act like they do until it's 30 seconds left for you guys. Make a kick, hold it, or make the snap. Don't nobody want to do that shit. Shout out to my specialist. Hardest position in football.
Hardest position in football. Look at you go. Special teams, specialist. All right, to Mr. David Tepper. Lots of news on Tepper here this weekend and the drink throwing on here where
this motherfucker's crazy.
Tom Pelissero here, the National Football League on X, on Twitter, Tom Pelissero, the National Football League fined Carolina Panthers chairman David Tepper $300,000 for his unacceptable conduct in Jacksonville during Sunday's game, the league announced. Now, here's a quoted tweet here from Darren Rovell, and I'm going to give you my take after we read it. For those scoring at home, fining David Tepper $300,000, with his net worth being $20.6 billion, is the equivalent of fining the average American $1.77. Okay, my take on this, my opinion on this, is I understand that. But still, $300,000 is a lot of money. And $300,000 for pouring a drink on somebody is insane, in my opinion. I get it. $300,000 to $20.6 billion net worth is chump change. It's nothing to them. I don't know, man. Like throwing a drink on somebody and you get 300,000 fined. That's crazy. Like, I understand the point. I understand his position. You can't be doing that. But also, like, he's getting heckled, and like everybody's just can just yell and scream at him, and he can't do anything about it. Like they're yelling inside his press box. I mean, come on, man. It's sweet. Come on.
I mean, first of all, anyone complaining about
$300,000 is crazy.
Anyone complaining about his net worth and what that translates to what the average person would have to pay, that's just a flat out skill issue. That motherfucker knows how to make more money than you, me included, and he has 20.6 billion net worth. I also don't like how y'all use the net worth. Like that's what he's paying out of. Like he's paying out of his net worth.
Thank you.
Like what the fuck we using the net worth for? Like he might have $1 million in his bank account right now, liquid cash. Like y'all don't know how these rich people. I mean, I don't know how these rich people move. I don't. But let me not act like one of them motherfuckers. But if I had to, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
If I had to guess how these rich people move, they money is in their assets, and if he wants to get something that's really expensive, he has to get a front on the asset he has. Like, I don't think this motherfucker is walking around with $20 billion or, you know what I'm saying, $10 million in his bank account. He might have $1 million. He might be walking around with $300K. That money risked his shit. He might have had to go to reserves. Like that $300K.
He might have had to go to
$300K. Now, his reserves is long as shit. He got long ass reserves for life, but he might have to go to reserves. $300K is a lot of money, bro.
300K is a shitload of money.
Like, what y'all think motherfuckers walk around here with $18 million in their account? Just like, yeah, like I got this cash right now. We can just boom, buy it. Like,
that's why I think it's outlandish to compare that.
You know
$300,000 for a drink pour of what? Probably water.
Sometimes you gotta understand
ridiculous.
that somebody just might be a little better than you at something. And he's a little better at making money than most people.
And I'm not saying
you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying that the $300,000 is ridiculous for the fine that he got. I'm saying $300,000 for throwing the drink. Like that's
a fine.
That's insane.
It's a fine, bro.
He got that much for doing that.
So like it's like what y'all want to do? So if LeBron gets in a fight in the NBA, y'all want LeBron to be fined more than the rookie because it's LeBron? Let's just talk about how y'all want y'all standards to be held. You know what I'm saying?
I was just genuinely like shocked. Like everyone was all going, "Oh man, fine him more, equivalent of $1.77."
Fine him more.
Like what?
Y'all are like y'all are the motherfuckers that I hated the most when I was in school, man. All that's like find him more, pointing the finger, like yo, like sometimes y'all gotta be able to be like, oh, he was drawn, and keep walking, and just keep walking, baby. Y'all be everybody's
and you know
business.
What? The $300,000, I guarantee you, he was not like,
he probably
chump
like
change. Here you go. He was probably like, damn, I guess I'm never gonna throw a drink on somebody again. That's what it was.
He probably ain't like that. Y'all think just because people make more money, they just don't like losing money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be on some shit.
It's like when, if you guys are placing a $10 bet, you're pissed when you lose that $10, and it's $10.
Your $10 CVS receipt parlay would lose only the one leg that you knew it wasn't going to hit anyway. Y'all be mad as hell.
You're mad as shit. It's the same fucking thing.
Y'all be spending
same thing.
On weed. Like.
Let's move to some fun things over at Barstool Sports. In Jersey,
He kind of crazy, though, for throwing drinks on motherfuckers, but.
Maybe he was being, that's what I'm saying. He was being heckled.
It's a little crazy. You can't be throwing drinks on him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so he's just put in a position where he can't do anything about it. That sucks.
You can't throw drinks on niggas, bro. You 70 years old. You throwing drinks on people, bro.
Yeah, well.
I just had to point out how that's a little crazy.
It is a little crazy.
You 80 years old.
Yeah. Well, all right. Crazy
that's
week.
That's Sally down, down.
Well, I mean, look, he learned.
Morgan's Pier might throw a drink on somebody. Like,
I'll tell you what.
21.
Yeah, I bet you he's not going to throw a drink on anybody again.
Anymore.
That ship has sailed. Over to some news in Barstool Sports. It was always Jersey Jerry. Starting off the week on Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers fan himself, I'm surprised that he actually took this game in Seattle. The biggest bet of his life, $20,000 at plus 155. The $31,000 win to pay out $51,000. Unbelievable Sunday for the kid. And then he keeps it rolling right after. I mean, number one trending on Twitter. The long hole-in-one stream, you get the hole-in-one challenge. You can't leave until the hole-in-one is made. Every 30 minutes, there's a punishment. The list goes on. And you get everybody that's weighing in on this. You had Brooks Koepka. You had the PGA Tour, Max Homa, Ricky Fowler. Live Golf got involved. Denny Hamlin was involved. Tom Brady was involved. And you get shots like this. How does it not go down? Multiple shots. 5 inches away, 5 feet away, 6 inches away. almost got it in, and finally, he gets the hole-in-one to go. I saw some stuff on Denny Hamlin watching it in from his gym working out today. It was always, from TaylorMade Golf, it was always shot 2,627. It was always Jerry the Kid. After 1 day, 13 hours, and 2 minutes, it's over. The big celebration on the simulator in the Chicago office. I mean, I really feel like we are sitting in, we're not even a week in to 2024, and it's the year of Jersey Jerry. Dave Portnoy saying he's back on Jersey Jerry. I mean, hats off to you. I don't know how you can hate this guy, one of the more fun guys at Barstool with the excitement. I don't know how this got so much coverage and that he was number one trending on Twitter.
One full day is not bad, bro. One full day ain't bad.
It's not like he's an insane golfer either.
I was gonna say, what's his stick? Cause I'm like, 1 day ain't bad. I feel like I couldn't do it in a day. It's like one full day, bro.
He said it was 150 yards on the dot, to be exact.
One full day, bro. I don't know if I'm doing, like, you had to, I don't think I'm doing one.
It's just the year of Jersey Jerry. You win 51 grand. You get out here on the stream. You go in absolutely insane. The Watt brothers are tweeting at you. Everybody in the sports world is all over you. You're getting your face cropped on golf magazines.
I think you could do it in like 12 hours.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if we sat you in front of a simulator for 12 straight hours, I think you probably.
It's something I'd like to try. I mean, it's
I think
cool
there's a head. I think there's a I would think there's a handicap. I think like 15, 16 up. I think you like in that 24 hour.
Yeah.
I think 25 up. Like it's gonna take you. Like you gonna be there. Like I'm gonna be there 2 or 3 days. Like
which eventually I would love to try that too.
I think 10 handicap. Like were you at 10 handicap? I think you could do. I think you get that shit. Like I think you get it like 6 hours. I think you could probably. Because I think you are good enough to where you can give yourself enough chances to get lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm my top 4, flatted, shank. Now I finally get my swing back together. Now it's on the green.
You also got to give him some
credit.
You know what I'm saying?
For like that ain't easy.
You got to give him some
1 day's
credit
impressive.
I
think 1 day's impressive. I think it's
the
impressive.
fatigue aspect too.
I'm tired of shit.
We're at 2,600
You getting
shots.
blindfolded. You taking lefty swings.
I mean, he got maxed out at like the 12-hour stream and then restarted it again and kept going. And also, shout out to all the viewers that were in there that just kept vibing with him.
That's insane.
I mean, 24 hours, a day and 13 hours. What is that? 37 hours? It's unbelievable that he was able to go for that long.
That should be getting motherfuckers through work, bro. Motherfuckers at work, bored as shit. Like I got Jersey Jerry, bro. I know how it be.
I got Jersey Jerry.
I
dude's insane.
Pad, bro. He had pad on. He pad on when I'm at work.
Number one, I still can't believe it. I don't know how it happened. Like that, just once it happened, everybody was involved. Number one trending on Twitter. It's just unreal. And what a week for him. And a great kickstart to the year. It's the 2024 is the year of Jersey Jerry. All right, over to our last couple of things here. The New York Knicks, a little NBA stuff. Been a while since we covered some of these topics here in the NBA.
The Knicks tape made a big trade.
Knicks tape makes a big trade. How about it? RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley with the 2024 second head to Toronto. RJ, welcome home. Sad to see you go. 2019 third overall pick.
Crazy.
You get the year later, 25th overall pick from Quickley. Sad to see you both go, but you know what? Both of you get to go together. RJ saying when he got there that it's nice that he has his brother there to go through the change.
Facts.
And the flight, the travel, the move, getting new places up there, all that kind of stuff. To do it with somebody that you've played the last 4 years with is definitely very fun and makes it just a little bit easier. But also, the more important part for RJ Barrett is he grew up in Toronto. He grew up a Toronto Raptor fan. So his goodbye thing, his goodbye message to the Knicks ended with Toronto, I'm coming home. I was a fan when I was a kid, and I'm coming home. On the Knicks side, Mr. OG Anunoby comes over with Precious and Malachi Flynn. So Knicks fans were a little emotional because of the, I guess, emotional attachment that they had with 2 first-round picks out of RJ and Emmanuel Quickley. And I was a little bit too, but the big thing with OG's defending. Last year, a lot of steals, all defensive team, and this is a good move for him. But now we're starting to think of, is this the only move they're going to make? And I'm seeing more and more things on social media that is Julius Randle next. Is he going to be a part of the big package? And what he's doing right now is unbelievable. Him and Brunson have taken over this team. Mitchell Robinson, obviously, out for the season. Isaiah Hartenstein coming in here, 17 boards last night, crazy. And we're starting to see a lot of moves on the positive side for the Knicks. We've seen, and I go on this rant every single time we talk about the Knicks, but it's something just to like not forget that in years past we've always talked about the Knicks as, you just lose again. And what's next? When is there going to be change? Now the change is here, and it's happening for analysts all over, where it's finally a different statement other than they stink again. And it's, well, this team can get into those top 4, top 5 in the East. They finally can be put in this category. I'm liking what they're doing. I haven't liked what they've done before. I'm liking what they're doing now. I'm very excited for what's going on here, what the development's going to happen here. Tibbs is the guy. Leon Rose is making some moves. Can't wait to see if there's going to be some other moves. But so far, Ochi was coming into this averaging 15 on the year. First game at home, at least it wasn't an away game, gets coming to MSG over the weekend. And he gets 17 in the first performance. Plays well. I'm happy. I'm sad that RJ is gone, and it's funny because I was going to get this season. I was deciding on a Jalen Brunson jersey or an RJ Barrett jersey. Didn't pull the trigger on any of them, but I was
Jalen Brunson.
Because because he's him, and because with the contract 4-year deal. But if I got Barrett, then I would have Kristaps Porzingis jersey gone and Barrett jersey gone. So, but you know what? I'm happy for the
Porzingis New York jersey hard though.
Yeah,
I think that's hard, bro. Nah, that's hard. Like, if you rock that a little later, he gets a chip in Boston. Like, oh, you got Porzingis, like a real Porzingis fan. Like, Dave, you got Porzingis Knicks, John. Like, that's tough. But on the trade, like, I think Twitter, at least what I saw on the internet, was way too hard on the Knicks. People were calling L trade, automatic loss, this and that. Like,
they were saying the Raptors fleeced.
I think this trade was way less about getting OG Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa and Malachi Flynn than people think. And it was way more about letting RJ Barrett and Quick go be players they need to be and getting players they don't need in their current system they have right now. You pointed out how much better Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle were playing. I think the first couple games without him, it was every single time Jalen Brunson has 10 assists, and every single time Julius Randle has had 30. And it's like, we thought Julius Randle fell off. We thought Jalen Brunson didn't want to pass or couldn't pass the ball or was a ball hog at times. But you look at the Knicks, it's like, at times with the lineups, you would have Quick and RJ Barrett would share the floor with sometimes, or Quick and Jalen Brunson would share the floor sometimes, or Quick would share the floor with Josh and DiVincenzo and switch that with RJ Barrett. That's another player on the wing on a team where you already have 2 people that need to hold the ball a lot. We saw this problem with the Sixers. Fucks up the floor. Now you have 2 players on the wing at a point. There's lines where it could be Brunson, Quick, and RJ at the same time. Way y'all run the offense, at least from what I see, Dante or Josh be in the corner, and then one of the opposite of them be in the opposite like dunker spot, gray area. And then it's like we play off that Julius Hartenstein and the high post pick and roll Jalen Brunson. Well, if I have 2 players that need to be on the wing and need the ball, that pick and roll or high post action with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, that spacing's fucked up. People need the ball now. Like, now I have 4 players that need like a 25% usage rate. That doesn't work because there's more than 4 people on a basketball team. So when Jalen Brunson became the superstar he became, and Julius Randle, they already saw who he was with his second team All-NBA year, and they were confident, as you can see how they moved with him. Like, they were questioning trading him that one year when he was been playing too well, but they end up hanging on to him. You could see that someone in that building believes in Julius Randle, at least, and they saw how it could end up being right now. Now, on the Raptors side, I think they get another player, because I don't really think the Raptors were in a weird position where they were like the Bulls, where it was like, we have talent here that people want, but we also have talent here that we still have Pascal Siakam, we still have Scotty Barnes, we still have Gary Trent, we still have players that you can actually run with. I think I watched a couple games of the Raptors recently, more recently the one where they played Memphis and beat them. Quick looked really good. RJ Barrett looked really good. They just look like it's more of their world, because in Toronto, look what they lack. They lack that creative, off the bounce guy. Like, Scotty can be that sometimes. Pascal can be that sometimes, but it's like, to those 2 guys, you already know, it's like to an extent. But RJ, and especially Quick, when he's gone, it expands that offense so much. So I think this was the biggest win-win, especially for 2 teams that needed a deal in the East. And I think at first people were hella hard on it. Like, I think the Knicks are going to end up being real now. You're going to really see Julius Randle and Brunson like ascend to that top 1-2 punch in the East. They already been doing it. I think it's going to be consistent. And I also think, not that it's not that much about OG, but it just opens the floor up. And then you open the floor with a player that can actually shoot and play outstanding defense. So it's only a plus. And on top of the rebounding, because you're not going to have Mitchell Robinson this year and it's Hartstein all year. OG's going to average 5-6 rebounds. I think this is a win-win-win-win-win for everyone involved. Shout out to Leon Rose and shout out to the Knicks because y'all really had a slam dunk. And the Raptors front office has been doing their thing for years. So I'm interested to see how this plays out for the rest of the season. But I think both teams got big W's.
And if you put the emotions aside, especially for not so much.
Yeah,
because
I'm not a Knicks fan, so it was easy for me to be like,
but if you put it away for quickly, you can remember that he didn't get the extension at the beginning of the season. We knew that the future was basically not there in New York for quickly. So he was going to go at some point, if it was during the season, probably was going to sign somewhere else at the end of the season.
Facts.
So you can get him out of the way. Now it also opens it up for especially Quentin Grimes, because he's in a better position to get more tick. And it now puts your new addition this year, talk about the Villanova Knicks from Dante DiVincenzo, he now gets bumped up to the starting lineup. And he's dropping 30 and 7 threes in his first game as a starter.
Because the role they want him to play, he wants to play it. Like, Quick didn't want to play that role. RJ didn't really want to play that role, even though they weren't trying to make him play it. But that role, Dante and Josh, more so Dante, because Dante can fill it up a little more than Josh can. They want to play that role. Like, they just want to play that role. OG wants to play that role. So that's really what I think is going to excel the Knicks for real.
We're in a good spot. And
so I can't. Oof. The East is just such a gauntlet right now, dog.
The East is a gauntlet. Heading to that Knicks-Sixers game tomorrow.
I could talk about hoops all day.
I know. We'll have to get it. Get back to these.
Embiid's about to win another MVP. Him or Shy.
Yeah, he's snapping. I saw. I forget who it was. It was a start bench cut of Shy, Ja. I forget who the other one was. God damn it! But it was a tough one. And damn it, bro, I forget who the third one was. Would have been nice if I could have remembered that.
Shea Josh. Was it Shea Josh and Trey?
No, I don't know if it was Trey. Ja Morant, Shea, and I don't fucking know the other one. I just saw it last night. I should have brought that. I can't believe I forgot that. It would have been nice. All right, but let's close out this first show of 2024. Little NHL. Not too much, though. Had some big things on the Winter Classic.
Best team in NHL right here, right?
Yeah, well, right now it's Boston by a point. But it's okay. Rangers, first team to 50 points going into the new year. First team to 50 points since the 94 season. That's when they last won a chip. So that's very exciting.
Damn.
As the guy that's winning, wearing a Rangers hat. And I'm a big narrative guy, if anybody has not understood that yet.
Okay.
But for the Winter Classic, we see a little Kraken action and Vegas. Vegas does not score. So funny seeing their social media team.
Wasn't that shit indoors?
Yeah, they did end up opening up the the dome. But that goes to my point. But I was just laughing at the Vegas social media team when they tweeted out, "Oh, we had so many special goal graphics for this game, and didn't get to use them." So my thing with the Winter Classic here is, when you think of Winter Classic, you think back to the cold games, and years ago we saw the Leafs and Red Wings and all the guys wearing snow hats, and the Gators, and goalies got beanies over their helmets. Everybody's freezing cold. You can see their breath out there. That's what I think about a Winter Classic. The last one I can remember, maybe this is biased, but when it was cold, Citi Field, Rangers, Sabres, you could see the breath again. You could see the Gators on. It was a cold game. I think that's what the Winter Classic should be. I understand you make it where there's a home team and there's an away team, and you play in the home team's stadium, so you get those those home fans. I understand that. My take is a little bit harder and a little bit harsher for the fans, but I think you do a neutral site every year in a cold setting, in a cold stadium. You have two teams, and you can switch them up every year like you do, but make it so it's cold every year. And I understand that's going to be tougher for the fans, because then you got to travel to a neutral site. You're going to be freezing your ass off. I don't know if every fan can get there. You're not going to have a home crowd. But that's the Winter Classic. That is the nostalgia of the winter. It's got to be cold. It's got to be outdoors. And And we shouldn't have to worry about can this place keep the ice cold, and I'm seeing stuff on Twitter. Let's do a Battle of Florida down in Raymond James, and let's do fucking Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. Like, I mean, if you want to do that, fine, but send them up to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and do it in the Big House and get everybody cold and fill out that stadium. That's what I think of when I think of the Winter Classic. I don't think of it was cool seeing hockey rinks in these newer stadiums, in these baseball stadiums where you're not used to seeing that. That's cool, but make it in a cold setting. That's where I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah, indoors is corny as shit.
Like
I think it should be like a couple I think a couple Eastern Conference teams should just get it. Like I think it should just switch between the prestigious Eastern Conference teams, and then they could play a West team or whatever. But
like
that shit should be in a cold stadium in the East Coast, or at least in the middle of the country where it's cold. And y'all should, if y'all want to go outside, I thought that was part of the shit. Like,
that's part of it.
Y'all crazy. Y'all go to Winter Class and sit outside. Yeah, we are. Okay, y'all got that.
And that's
I thought that was the whole.
I'm going to Devils Flyers at MetLife the week after the Super Bowl, February 17th. We're in the middle of February. You have to assume that shit's going to be cold.
Cold as fuck.
And I mean, I would hope it. I honestly, I would hope it would be. That's the nostalgia. Outside stadium series game at a football stadium. Like, that's what we're looking for in these games. So hopefully it will be cold then. But the Winter Classic, I just think we got to look to get it back to we're wearing beanies and we're cold. And I mean, hockey players play in colder arenas. I'm not saying they're freezing, but they're colder arenas. Don't they want to be out there for that? Put them in a big stadium in a cold weather atmosphere. Big thing with Vegas, though. They do lose that one. They get shut out 3-0 in the Winter Classic. Now, let's look at this from Big Head Hockey. Every team with more points than Vegas since November 1st. You got the Jets, who are on a tear. Rangers, obviously, on a heater. Panthers, Stars, Colorado Avalanche, Vancouver Canucks. Who would have thought? Philadelphia Flyers out kicking everybody's coverage this year.
Kicking everyone's ass.
Pittsburgh Penguins, Nashville Predators.
Kicking everybody's ass.
Los Angeles Kings, the Boston Bruins, the Islanders, the Oilers, even the Arizona Coyotes, Carolina Hurricanes, the Washington Capitals, and the Seattle Kraken. And they say at the end of this tweet here that there's some trouble brewing in Vegas. Now, just like NBA, just like NFL, just like any other sport, but I guess specifically in these two 82-game season sports, that's why it's 82 games. The Cup champion team can't be perfect all year.
And they be getting fucked up out there.
Like,
they probably sore, banged up. You know hockey players.
It's part of it. But it is a crazy stat to see that half this league has been better than them in the past 2 months of hockey. And as we're getting into 2024...
What team does that sound like?
Yeah.
That plays football.
Philadelphia, does it start with a P?
I don't know.
Philadelphia Eagles.
I think some dickhead on this cast. I think he'd be rooting for the motherfuckers.
Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't even know. But I do. My Flyers be wrecking shit. Even though they can't score, even though we can't score on a power play for fuck all, we be wrecking shit, bro.
Yep.
Like, they actually play like, it's low. It can get boring to watch. I fall asleep a couple times because I'm a new gen hockey guy. So sometimes the defense.
I like that, new gen.
The defense, scrap time type of team. We want to just get me on forward check and shit like that. I get a little bored sometimes. I do want to see some McDavid shit out there. That's why TK got me every now and again. And Farabee been snapping low key. But I like what we doing. Motherfuckers told me not to watch. I've been tapped in and it's been fun. It's been a fun team to watch.
Projected to be fifth
Harrison
to last.
can goaltend. We know Carter Harkin, but Harrison's been a nice little spot, bro. We play defense. The ball tip it nice. Like, we got something going. The stadium cool little vibe, and they give you towels and shit. We be chilling.
Yeah, people are starting. Yeah, we were there a couple weeks ago.
Like, what you talking about? Don't watch the Flyers this year.
I mean, it's crazy where this team was projected to finish fifth to last. Fifth to last.
You might finish fifth.
They're above the pack. I mean,
finish fifth.
We're damn near even money to make the playoffs as Flyers fans.
No, I think we're gonna be in there.
I think you're gonna get in there. I think you're gonna get in there for sure.
Unless a collapse happens, but they just gotta be able to score goals.
But damn near even money. I mean, it's not like anything crazy would happen, but to see them get in there,
it's just insane that
let's do it for the fans.
The power play is that fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like I just watch power play and I'm just like, it's just
probably ain't
2 minutes, just 2 minutes.
It's
It's just 2 minutes of game time. It's just 2 minutes of game time.
Yeah.
It's not really a power play. It's just 2 minutes of game time. We can score. We probably have a better percentage of scoring when it's not a fucking power play.
Right.
Keep it a fucking buck. We not like the Rangers. Rangers, I think y'all power play like
they're unbelievable in the power play.
every time I watch y'all game, y'all just score. Y'all like that. Y'all like the Oilers the one year. We all just score every single one of y'all
score
goals.
every single time, and it was kind of like that last year, dealing with some injuries with Capo Caco, Filipino, going back home to deal with another concussion.
Panarin is snapping.
Panarin's insane.
Every game I watch, Panarin does.
2 hat tricks before the new year
He's
is
been acting crazy.
wild. He's got 50 points on the year.
He's been acting crazy.
This is unreal. 27 goals. We're talking about,
Panarin has 27 goals.
yeah, and I'm so like not shocked, but maybe a little bit shocked at the progression from last year to this year. It was a slow start from last year, and then we saw what happened in the playoffs with no points in the 7-game series against the Devils. Come off, we shaved the head, and now we're like a whole different human on the ice. But you have to give some credit to the other guys in the league. Nathan McKinnon popping off another fantastic season to start off. Now we're into 2024. McDavid's doing his thing. Kucherov, though, is lights out this season. That's our points leader. That's our goals leader. That's our points leader. We got Austin Matthews as our goal leader, 37 to lead the league. Is fucking ridiculous. He's going to do it again. But
Are we even at the halfway point yet?
no.
Oh my God.
So this is coming down to be another fun stretch. I remember we had a nice like playoff show last year, but when we talked about that, we were really honing in on the matchups that we had last year. And every matchup in the first round, every series was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was cool.
And now I think we're going to see a little bit more of those different teams. See the Jets
Flyers.
actually, maybe do something. See,
Yo, the Canucks are nice.
see the Canucks.
They be kicking
Get in
our
there.
ass.
Bro,
Be kicking our ass.
maybe I missed something.
I thought they were ass.
Maybe I missed something in the offseason.
I thought they were ass.
I didn't see this coming.
So
we're top 3 in the
it's
league.
like us and the Canucks are like the teams that are like, yo,
For me, I completely missed out on what the hell was going on in Vancouver. But good for them. Good for the Canadian teams. Okay? Good for the Canadian teams. Boston's still going to be those guys. They will fold again. They
I heard
will
Vancouver's dope.
fold
Wait,
again.
are they Western Conference?
Yeah.
Fuck. We need a good trip, bro. We need a good trip and good vlog.
I feel like maybe I'm dumb. I think Toronto's the closest one.
Bro, I was gonna say
Is Toronto the closest one?
yeah, it is. I heard Toronto's lit, but I heard Vancouver's lit too. But Toronto's East Coast, right? They're Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
I need to get my passport.
Yeah, we got because then we can go up there and hang with Drake in the 6 and go to the Raptors game.
Fuck Drake. I'm trying to go there with them. I'm trying to go there with my gang. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Go to the Scotia Bank Center.
Nah, they don't like. I don't think these people like when we come to their city, man. That's how that man in LA treated us when we was in this section.
Facts.
So we do fake content.
We do fake content. Well, the
Man.
camera's going wherever it's
He
going.
ain't like he was talking to his bitches. That's what his problem was.
Yeah, well, it's a little motivation.
Not
stuff.
we. My fault. You know what I'm saying? A couple of us was talking to his bitches.
Yeah, well, I was ready.
My man was doing
I was
content.
ready to mix that dude, bro.
I know. He was talking shit to him.
Don't press us, bro.
like, oh
We're trying to make our own
I
content.
was like, oh my God.
Don't press us.
I was like, yo, let me run this play at least before you punch on punch him, bro.
We can't wait to get back to those vlogs. 2024 is going to be...
We due for one, bro.
We are due for
We
one.
due for one,
I
bro.
I sit on the train at home from this full-time
Maybe
job
like a
that I
tea
have.
party golf
Think
trip
about
or something to kick the season off or something.
Yeah. I just think about that on these long trains home. I'm like, dude, I want to go back to that. I keep getting these memories. I'm like, the biggest.
What if we took
times-
like a trip to like what's a good city?
Honestly, it would have
what's
to
a
be
good city?
warm though, because we can
That's what I'm saying.
bang
Take a
3-star.
trip to like a city in South Carolina, or like we can go to like to Nashville, do a trip, and I know they probably got some crazy golf course in Tennessee.
Yeah, because it would be like
Party
3
out
birds with one
Nashville.
stone. Because then we do show, vlog,
Nashville got
and
teams.
tea party. I mean, that's crazy.
Nashville got teams.
Yeah, I would like to see a Predators game for sure. I mean, that stadium's probably better than a Titans game. Sorry. I'm not saying we're going to go in the fall.
Tennessee don't got no basketball team, huh? Memphis.
John Marin. I'm freaking out.
Oh, y'all might have heard us playing our next trip.
And we can drive.
We might need to go see Ja play in a playoff game. and then go party in Memphis and Tennessee.
Oh my God. I was about to say something outlandish.
What you about to say, bro? Just say it, bro. Oh, you edit the fucking podcast.
I was gonna say we're gonna follow him to the strip club.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. With or without you, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I'm gone.
2024 is off to an absolute
in my
banger.
Black Forces, I'm gonna be gone, man.
Oh my God.
About?
We made it through 2023. The show is still here. We ain't going anywhere. Big plans for 2024. Thank you to all the real ones sticking with us into the new year. If you watch this long episode in 2024 on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Audio listeners, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, drop those ratings. They do help us a long, long way. And if you want to connect with us on our social media platforms, our Twitter is at ADED Podcast, Instagram at ADED Pod, and our TikTok, simply the name of the show, 2023, saying goodbye, 2024, saying hello. You've been listening and watching to the All Day Everyday Show with All Day AJ and Manny Ruffin. Man, we're in 2024. Show's back. We ain't going anywhere. See you all soon.
Oh man, dog. Oh, R.I.P. doggy.
Oh no, I didn't even notice.
Oh, R.I.P. a real one. We gotta move on from bro.